Okay, so I know you guys are like really close and this is like a really weird angle to work at, but I'm having a really hard time getting my camera to stay. So yeah, and I've got an order from Missouri River Soap back there. And I am super excited to try it. I actually cut that bar in half because my mom was wanting to try it as well. So yeah. I'm going to cut my... Doesn't look like my camera stain. I don't know. Okay, let's try it. This is my oatmeal milk and honey soap. It doesn't look nearly as good as it did when I made it. I had some little texture here and it just kind of fell down. I seem to have gotten some sort of crack here. I don't know how bad yet because I do have the oatmeal on the top. So we're going to find out. I made this probably about 4 days ago and it took like a really long time to set up. So I'm just now cutting it. And yeah, let's get into it. I did film a making video of this, but I'm having a really hard time getting it uploaded. I'm still filming videos on my S4, and I'm just having a hell of a time getting them to get to my computer. I don't know what the problem is. I'm going to have to call either Samsung or my phone carrier to find out why I can't get the videos to directly go from my phone to my computer. We'll find out. That one's a little thin. So that's what it looks like. There's going to be nothing on the inside. This is going to be one of my luxury bars. It's got oatmeal, colloidal oatmeal. It's got honey. It's got yogurt. Cream, plus all of my regular oils. I didn't use any exotic oils, but I did use the yogurt and the, what else? The yogurt and the honey, which I did something different with. I added the yogurt at trace instead of putting it in before or after. I don't know how people normally do it. I kind of just winged it on this and did it my own way. It's actually going along quite smoothly. I hope I can plane these bars because I'm getting a little bit of drag marks through these ones. But you can see that it's setting up quite nicely. You can see here in the middle. I hope that's not a partial gel. I was feeling like I kind of got a partial gel. Hope you guys can see. Because the middle of my soap still seems to be kind of dark, like here. So, we'll find out. I don't know what that big ridge is for. Let me get my t-shirt, clean this up. So my table is a huge mess. I've got clean dishes there. I've got soaps. I've got samples from where I was packaging samples the other day. To send out. I've got my Missouri River soap order in that I wanted to cut in half for my mom. I've got jars everywhere and my soap planer over there. I've got molds and it's just a giant mess right now. I don't know why I have such a mess going on, but I do. That one cut a little better. So I'm not liking the tops of these. I don't know, I guess just because my design didn't go through like I wanted it to. So this is actually really soft still on the inside, softer than I would have hoped by now. But I did do a water discount, which is normal. And what else? Yeah, that's about it. Nothing special going on with the making of it. I just pretty much winged it on my own. I really wish I could get the uploading up because I haven't seen any videos like this up, and I think it would be interesting to watch. For those of you, kind of wanting to get a rough idea on how to make a soap like this, I will not be posting the recipe to this on my blog. So make sure I'm not scratching the side. I'm not going to be giving this recipe away. It took me a very long time to formulate this recipe. and I just don't want to give it away. I did a lot of research, and it took me a lot of time to come to the final decisions on how I wanted this soap to come out. So if you're a soap maker, I know you'll understand that process. You know, when you come up with a recipe and you kind of don't want to share. So that's just how I feel about that. Be more than happy to answer any questions anybody might have as far as the process and things like that. Kind of help you out as best as I can. So, yeah. I'm going to just finish cutting this bar, and that is it. I'm also planning on making a salt bar. I was originally planning on doing the bar in a loaf mold, but I don't know. After talking with a couple other soapers, I decided that I didn't want to do it in a loaf, especially for my first time making the salt bar. I just wasn't comfortable doing it. So I went ahead and ordered some silicone cavity molds. They probably hold about 18, 20 some bars, if I'm remembering correctly. About 27 bars, I think. I don't know, something like that, 728. But I don't know when they're going to be here. I ordered them last week. They said they could be here between the 8th and the 14th or something like that. I don't know. But we shall see. I hope these bars don't shrink much. Just because I kind of like a bigger, bulkier bar. I've had a hard time even just deciding on packaging for my bars. I wanted to do shrink wrap at one point, but I had a really hard time finding a supplier that provided shrink wrap big enough for my bars. They do have like recommended sizes on there, and my soap was a little bit too large, and it was suggested that they might not cover my soaps completely. Well, not completely, but I wanted just a small slit on the sides for smell, and that was it. And they said that it might not be big enough to do that. So I ended up getting like a 4x6 bag, and I have to cut open one end, and because it's, you know, the shrink wrap film, it doesn't, you know, you can't exactly cut, you know, a stack at a time. So I just got kind of tired of it. I was in contact with a company who said that if I sent them one of my bars, they would evaluate their line and see if they felt like it was necessary for them to carry the size of shrink wrap band that I needed, and if they felt like it would sell, then they would list it on their website and I wouldn't have to place a custom order. So I'm still kind of deciding if that's something that I want to do. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I got 10 normal size bars. This one I cut a little bit too small. I could have cut this bigger and gotten 11 bars out of that. And then I got this nice chunk here that I'll cut up for samples. And that's it. A little oatmeal fell off, but I think that's pretty typical with bars like this. That's why I cut it on the side so I didn't get any drag marks through the soap. From that, I'll probably just cut this up for samples. So yeah, I'm sorry that this video is probably going to be up before the making of this video. But unfortunately, when you don't have a camera and you're working with limited resources and just with what you have, that's kind of what happens. So, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out a way. I'm thinking of calling my cell phone carrier today to find out if there's, so these are some pretty chunky samples, to find out why I can't upload the way I want. I don't know what they're going to tell me. If they're going to say I need to just get a new camera or something. I don't know. My husband suggested just buying a camera, but the one I want is still pretty pricey. And I just don't know if I want to spend that kind of money at this time. So yeah, we're getting ready to move here pretty soon, and I just don't want to make any big investments at the moment. So yeah. Alright, there is my oatmeal milk and honey soap. I don't know when this is going to be available, but keep an eye on my blog and like my Facebook page and you will know. Thanks for watching.